Why do crabs walk sideways? I've always wondered this myself. So today we're going to find out. Decapits are the largest group within the crustacean class, and they are the only extant members of the group with a very large number of species. Decapits include lobsters, crabs, shrimps, and prawns. But for our purposes today, we will just be focusing on crabs. Now, despite there being around 6,700 crab species alive today, all crabs belong to one infraorder called the Brachyura. Brachyura means short tail in Greek. This is in reference to their tucked undertail that is completely hidden beneath their body. The reason we're focusing on this specific group is because all crabs in this infraorder walk sideways. However, not all crabs belong to the Brachyura. There are some ancient crab species that still exist today. These crabs are called decapids. These crabs have tails that extend beyond their bodies and they walk forward like most other crustaceans. So why don't crabs just walk forward like everyone else? If you look at a crab's leg from the side, you can see that it is hinged at the base of the joint. Most joints in your body work the same way, like your knees or elbows. These hinges allow for movement in only one plane. You can bend them and straighten them, but you cannot move side to side. Go now. Now imagine if you had these kinds of joints in your legs. It would be very difficult to walk forward because you would have to take really small steps. Since our bodies are built for forward movement, this would be very unnatural and awkward. And this is why Brachyura crabs evolved to walk sideways instead. This way of walking is much more efficient, since their legs are much stronger when moving side to side than they are moving forward. Also, by scissoring their legs, they are able to swim backwards pretty fast, which allows them to escape from predators or chase prey. But wouldn't it be easier to just move the way you're built to move? Well, yes. But this isn't the only reason crabs walk sideways. Their shells are also a big factor. The shape of a crab's shell makes it so that they have a very limited field of view. Their front and side views are very poor, but their vision is best directly behind them. Because of this, many crabs are either blind or have very poor eyesight. Instead, crabs rely on their sense of touch to navigate their environment. They have special hairs on their legs and claws that sense chemicals in the water and on the sea floor. These hairs send signals to the crab's brain so it knows what is around them. Since crabs walk sideways, these sensory hairs are constantly brushing against objects in their environment, allowing them to map out their surroundings. If crabs walked forward or backward, they would be missing out on a lot of important sensory information. There are also some advantages to having such a unique way of walking. Since crabs walk sideways, they can easily hide in narrow spaces between rocks or coral. They also make excellent crab pot crabs, since they can easily fit into the small space between the sides of the pot. Some people say that crabs can walk forwards, but I disagree. Yes, crabs can move forwards, but it's only to move their bodies. When they want to move their bodies forward, they use their legs to push themselves forward. But when they want to go backwards, they use their shells to protect themselves and their legs to swim backwards. In a way, this actually makes them very similar to turtles, who also use their legs to move their bodies forward and their shells to protect them while swimming backward. Many people think that crabs are simple creatures, but there is a lot more to them than meets the eye. There is evidence that crabs have distinct personalities and are capable of complex behaviors. We may never know exactly why crabs evolved to walk sideways, but there are clear advantages to doing so. Walking sideways allows them to take advantage of their strong legs, navigate their environment using their senses, find food, and escape from predators. I hope you learned something new today. See you next time.